I think one I don't remember. I downloaded it. I think Sergey also uses it. This simple application. Do you remember this simple that reads step files, Sergey? Where you just
Ifc Quick Viewer.
Yeah, Quick Viewer. That one.
Quick Browser.
Quick Browser.
Yeah.
Browser. That one's really.
So that one is
quite
easy to. I mean, you see all the sort of relationships between elements there very easily. I mean, it's quite rudimentary, but it's very useful, I find.
Can you put the link in the chat?
I'll try. Yeah,
I have it already.
Good.
Here, it's Gem Team Solutions. It's like 15 years old or something. This quick browser, and no updates since ever, but it still works. But it also populates all of the inverses, even if they're not there. So you have to be careful. It's not like it's a valid representation. You do have to know what you're looking at.
Yeah. But anyway, you can easily just, for example, search for the distribution chamber element or whatever, and you click on it and you will see its relationships and so on. And you can sort of navigate from there through the graph, so to speak.
A double click is your friend. I needed some time to understand, but double clicking on stuff helps.
Yeah.
Just going off of this question of Adam, Sergey or Lars, are you familiar with anything that would forbid aggregating ports to ports?
What does it mean, aggregating ports to ports? Is it a whole part relationship? So a port, well, I don't understand it. Sorry, I don't understand the logic of a whole that's made up of ports. I mean, sure, the distribution element can have many, inputs and outputs, but I don't really understand how one input and output could be aggregated. And it's not it's not explicitly forbidden if you look at the hierarchy, probably. Let me search for it if there's an aggregation on this.
Yeah, I'm already looking at the distribution port documentation. Aggregation comes from object definition, but yeah, of course, it's just basically that's where it applies, but it's not further specified in any way whatsoever.
Aggregation doesn't come from object definition. Aggregation is on element, I think. So it might not even be there. Let me check. Or even on building element, I'm not sure. Oh, it's composition. Element composition, yeah, it has to be on element. It's element composition and element decomposition. So there's no aggregation even on port. You shouldn't be able to do it. Just elements and spatial elements are to be decomposed.
I'm looking at the link in the chat, which is basically the current concept of the compositions.
Yeah, but that one. This is completely abstract. You see that there's no part on the right of it, so there's nothing related to it. And the applicable entity, okay, it's object definition, but if you look at object definition, it's not assigned to object definition. There's no usage on object definition for it. You're looking at templates. It's like you would say that if you're not using a template, it's still assigned, but general usage doesn't work on template level. It works on usage level.
I'm confused because object definition does have it assigned, but without a description, without a documentation to it. But it has it assigned as a general usage.
It's an abstract concept. If it has it assigned as general usage, it might be that they screwed up something. I don't think you can assign abstract stuff. No, in the Ifc4 documentation, it's not assigned. So they screwed up something here with automatic generation. How would you even interpret this if you don't have anything on the other side? It's
just also without a rule. It's also nothing's there. Like, yes, I completely agree. So
it's just a grouping, yes, for the children of aggregation.
So Adam, to answer your question, do not aggregate ports into ports.
Yep.
Typically, even if you look at these fundamental concepts and assumptions, the topmost templates are practically always groupings. Object assignment is a grouping of templates. It's just for documentation purposes that you have them in headers. But it's not really assignable to anything. And they have it even assigned on object definition. Okay. There's a lot of questions with this new documentation, I agree. Apparently, they are just generating usages from something that's not supposed to be instantiated.
I remember somewhere, but I can't find it now, a very elaborate description in one usage, or where, or maybe just in the documentation of an entity about connecting ports with source and sink, and how everything there works, but I can't find it now. Does anyone remember?
Not sure what you're looking for, but on distribution port there should be
yeah, there is
nice
one
explanation.
There is one figure there, but it
You
was
need
not
more.
it was, yeah, but I think I've seen another one also, which was really elaborate, and also
I think that one is not in the documentation though. That one was an example from somewhere. Yeah. I think
okay, maybe.
It could be that it's on that you're looking for something that's on what's that entity?
I remember it from, we were doing a drainage test case in IFC Road.
Let me check distribution element.
Maybe I just dreamt it.
Unitary equipment, maybe? No, there's nothing there. I mean, there's a lot of entities in MEP, so it can be anywhere.
Yeah. I'll try to look for it.
Exactly about this, I wanted to ask Adam, how lost are you within all this MEP subtypes that are all instantiable?
Fairly lost.
Which one to take and which one is the correct class?
Okay.
I also don't have a clue where to search.
Adam, maybe just more globally speaking, what would be your next step? What it is that you are going to be looking at implementing next?
So I think once I get the network sorted out, I think that there's further stuff to look at in the 2x, the 3 system stuff. So possibly stuff with materials and material layer sets. On the
Okay.
sprint tree stuff.
Thank you. Okay. Anything else would like to share with Adam, Lee? From our side? No? Nope. All right. Do we leave this one here and leave Adam hopefully with some clarity on the subjects of ports? I believe it has been clarified yet. Indeed.
I found an image under aggregation of controllers. There's one that sort of models the flow for input output, but it doesn't really go into the details of ports.
But also this shows that at this level, the aggregation concept is further specified, which means that if we presume if it's not specifically allowed and it is forbidden, then ports should not be aggregated. This one does show that it can be aggregated, but the controller, that is. I like this picture. Seems a lot like visual programming.
Okay.
Talk to you next week then.
Yes, I think.
Yep.
Indeed.
Have a good week.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Mm.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.
care.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you all.